Before, akala ko mahirap talaga si SolidWorks. Kasi nung tumitingin ako ng mga video tutorials sa YouTube, ay hindi ako makasabay. Pero nung natutunan ko ang fundamentals and basics sa SolidWorks, ay paunti-unti na iintindihan ko na siya. Hello Bayaw, this is Bayaw Drex. Napaka-importante naman talaga na malaman muna natin yung basics before we jump into intermediate and expert level sa SolidWorks. At ngayon, tuturo ko sa inyo ang basics, concept, and the process on how to use the SolidWorks. May tatlong function si SolidWorks. Meron tayong SolidWorks-Part, SolidWorks-Assembly, and SolidWorks-Drawing. Dito sa SolidWorks-Part, dito ginagawa ang ating 3D model or so-called 3D part. We put dimensions and we decide what's the shape of our 3D model. Second is the SolidWorks assembly. Here in SolidWorks assembly, we can assemble the multiple parts and we can decide on how the part 1 will interact to the other parts. Third is the SolidWorks drawing. Here, we can import the part or the assembly that we have created. So to produce the 2D drawing. Here we can generate dimensions and add annotations for printing purposes. Ngayon, focus muna tayo sa part. Itutur ko sa inyo yung interface ni SolidWorks part here in my laptop. So as you can see, if you open your laptop, there's a part, assembly, and the drawing. These are the three major functions of SolidWorks. Ngayon, papasok tayo sa part. You can simply double click or click OK. Okay Baya, before tayo mag-proceed sa SolidWorks Part Interface, tuturuan ko muna kayo ng mga basic terminologies na ginagamit dito sa SolidWorks. We have here a 3D model example and may mga basic terminologies siya na dapat nyong malaman. First is origin. Ano ba yung origin Bayaw? Origin is makikita natin dito ang point 0 ng 3 axis natin. So 0, Y, and X axis is at value of 0 or here. Next is plane. Plane is a flat construction geometry. Importante na malaman natin kung saan yung plane because this is the base point kung saan tayo gagawa ng sketches natin. Next is axis. Axis is makikita siya in every conical or cylindrical face in a model just like this one. Next is face. Here, pinoint out niya na face is planar but curved surface is considered as a face. Pero sa flat surface, mga bayaw, pwede tayong gagawa ng sketch natin doon. Hindi lang sa plane tayo pwedeng gumawa, pwede tayong magawa ng sketches on the top of planar face. Next is edge. Edge is you can locate if the two faces intersect. So just like this one, merong face dito at sa likod, nag-intersect sila, it creates an edge. How about if the two or more edges intersect? It will create a vertex here. So these are the basic terminologies used in SolidWorks. So it's very important na ma-familiarize natin yung mga terminologies ito so that along the way, malalaman nyo kaagad kung ano yung ibig kong sabihin pag explain ko yung specific part or specific process in SolidWorks design. Next is the design method or sketches definition. It is really important Bayaw, kung gagawa tayo ng sketch is dapat naka-fully defined siya. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun? Fully defining your sketches in terms of dimension and relation. As you can see here, it's just the same model but three different situations. Fully defined because the dimension and relation of the sketches are defined. Pero madali mo lang naman malalaman na ang sketch mo ay hindi fully defined because it has a color code. Sample, dito sa fully defined natin, color black lahat yung sketch niya. Meaning to say, fully define mo yung dimension and relations. Second, here the circle inside the square sketch is color blue. Meaning to say, hindi mo na fully define yung it's either both dimension and relation. Third one is the overdefine. Overdefine is repetitive yung dimension and relation niya sa iyong sketches. Okay? So what will happen if between these three states, fully defined, and underdefined, and overdefined? Let's find out. In fully defined and underdefined, it doesn't really matter. The result will be the same. However, in overdefined, there's a message will be pop out saying that you need first to fix the problem in the sketch before you can proceed and make it a 3D model. Kadalasan nangyayari dito is mag-delete ka ng isang dimension or mag-delete ka ng isang relation. Pero ano nga ba ka-importante pag yung sketch mo is fully defined? So dito napapasok pag meron kang gagawing modification sa iyong model. So most of the time, may mga changes talaga along the way. So you will go back to your part and change the dimension, or how far should it be in reference at this point. For example, ito yung forma ng model natin. But after nagawa yung model, you have decided to move the extruded or the boss color red upward. So fully defined sketch mo, coincide or synchronize yung movement ng circle inside the square because your sketch is fully defined in terms of dimension and relation. However, in underdefined, the design intent is not maintained when boss or red model or the red 3D object moves upward. So, it will make complications kapag you are working on complex projects or multiple parts or multiple sub-assemblies. It will take a lot of time. Kasi pag ganito, isa-isahin ko pa yung square at saka yung circle pa itaas. It's really time consuming, especially in more complicated designs, right? So it is very important to fully define your sketch before you apply a tool to make it a 3D. Ngayon, balik na tayo dito sa SolidWorks-Part Interface. Dito ko bayaw, itutur ko lang kayo doon sa pinaka-importante na part na kailangan nyo lang malaman at basic level para hindi ma-overload yung information na ibibigay ko sa inyo. So dito, just like any other application, you can locate the drop-down menus, file, edit, view, insert, just like a regular software. So here, these are what so-called tabs. Ito yung sketch tab and ito yung features tab. Dito naman, can locate the manager. First is the feature manager. Yung second is property manager. The rest is sa ngayon, hindi pa pwede pang i-skip natin yung ibang manager dyan. And sa tabs, focus lang din tayo dito sa sketch tab and features tab. Neglect muna natin yung iba. So before you can start, you should double check dito sa baba kung ano yung units na yung gagamitin mo. Dito sa Pilipinas, most likely ginagamit is mmgs or millimeter grams second. If not, you can easily change the unit here sa baba. Before we can create a 3D model, we should start creating sketches. As I've mentioned before, we can only create a sketch on a plane surface. Sa ngayon, wala pa tayong 3D existing model. Saan ba tayo makakahanap ng plane surface? Here, in SolidWorks, there are 3 default plane surfaces. Dito tayo pwede magsimula, mag-create ng sketch. So, naka-hide siya. So, if I can make it visible para maintindihan nyo yung sinasabi ko, this is a 3D interface. So, normally, ito yung front plane natin or front view, top, and right view. Pipili ka lang ng isang plane para makalagay tayo ng sketch natin. Pipiliin natin yung front plane para dito tayo magsimula maggawa ng sketch. Okay? First, highlight the plane, go to the sketch tab, and click the sketch. After clicking the sketch, you can notice that may pop-up dito na blue arrow at red X icon. Meaning to say, we are already in the front plane interface. Kahit anong gawin natin dito or mag-sketch tayo ng line and circle, put circles, dito lang talaga siya nakapatong sa front plane. Because we already decided na nasa doon tayo sa front plane gagawa ng sketches. Okay? Klaro ba? And sketch tab, these are different tools na pwede natin gamitin. So sa line, there are 3 types of line. Line, center line, midpoint. Sa circle, meron ding dalawa. Spline can create organic sketch. In rectangle, there are different types of rectangle. Corner rectangle, center rectangle, straight slot, polygon, fillet, point, and text. Let's start with circle. I want to put circle here in the center, in the origin. Kung ano yung ginagawa ko is pinu-point out ko yung origin para maging center point ng ating circle. After putting the circle, we need to define the dimension and relation. Or kadalasan, after I put dimensions, automatic na magko-color block yung sketch natin. Because I choose to make the center of the circle at the origin. So, define na yung relation niya. Ano ba itong sinasabi kong relation and dimension? Here you can see that the sketch is fully defined or color block because I have fully defined the dimension and relation. Dimension here because I put 100 mm for the diameter. In the relation, as you can see here, if you can zoom in, there's an icon color green that says the relation of the circle and the origin is coincident or magkadikit sila. So whatever I do, I cannot move itong sketches because naka fully define na siya. Example, add another circle here outside the random place. Lagyan natin ng diameter, let's say 20. Pinagkaiba ng dalawang circle natin is under-define yung smaller circle because wala siyang reference or hindi define yung relation niya into the origin or into the existing sketches. You can easily drag the smaller circle around because it is under-defined or hindi fully define yung relation niya. Of course, meron siyang dimension which is 20 mm, pero yung relation niya into other sketch or into the origin is not fully defined. So how do we define? For example, you have already created an circle outside the origin. So we can simply highlight the two sketches and let us see what relation we can add. Select natin ito, then select din natin itong bigger circle by holding the control in my keyboard. Here in the Property Manager, merong mga options na pwede natin lagyan ng relation because arc 1 or the bigger circle and arc 2 which is the smaller circle have no existing relations. We can put concentric relation. Concentric meaning to say their two axes is coincident. So as you can see, it automatically moves to the center of the big circle. So by clicking the green check here, you can see that the small circle is color black, which means it is fully defined. So try to rotate the model. I'm just using the scroll, holding the scroll button. You can see that sketches on the front plane. Pag na fully define mo na yung sketch mo bayaw, punta ka na dito sa Features tab. Sketch tab only offers sketching tools. In Features tab, offers, example, extruding the sketch or revolving the sketch. So ano ba itong extrude? Extrude boss or extrude base. Let's try clicking this one. And dito sa Property Manager, automatically mag-change siya on how we want to extrude our sketch. Mayroong blind up to surface. So skip muna natin yan. Let's just try this blind. Meaning to say blind, we can input the extrusion value of our sketch. Let's say 50. So automatically magpro-project siya kung gaano kalayo yung 50 from the front plane. Click natin yung green check dito. It will result into this. As you can also notice, sa design tree natin, mayroon nang nadagdag dito or mayroon ng boss extrude. So ito yung last command natin na boss extrusion. So if you can double click the boss extrude tree, we can see the dimensions we put in the sketch and the extrusion. 50, 20 diameter, and 100 diameter. Ang mangyayari, pag gagawa pa tayo ng another sketch, dito na siya sa baba mag-a-add up. It will create hierarchy of the tools we input in the model. For example, I've said earlier, we can create a sketch on a plane surface. Hindi lang sa front plane, right plane, or top plane. Even in 3D model, basta may plane surface siya, pwede tayo magawa ng sketch doon. After mo makapili ng surface, highlight it by clicking the surface. Then, punta tayo sa sketch and click sketch tool para nandito na tayo sa sketch interface. So kung makita mo itong dalawa, mayroong blue arrow at red X, meaning to say whatever sketch we put in here will be on the top of this circle because ito yung hinighlight natin kanina. Let's try rectangle. There are different types of rectangle. Corner rectangle, first point and the second point is corner siya. Most of the time, ginagamit ko is si center rectangle. Center rectangle, yung first point niya is center. Then, if you move around, you can create a rectangle. Let's say, for example, gagamit tayo ng center rectangle. Pinpoint natin dun sa origin para automatic mag-add siya ng relation. And then, let's add dimension. Click natin yung smart dimension. Let's say, this is 50. I want this width and length to be equal. How do I do that? Pwede rin ako maglagay dito ng dimension na 50 pero most of the time pag square yung nilalagay ko, I just simply add an relation. Highlight ko ito, then ito. There's an equal relation here. Equal relation pops out here and click check. Kadalasan kasi pag mag-change ako ng dimension, hindi ko na kailangan na iisa-isahin yung mga lines na ito. For example, I will change the dimension by 25 mils. Isa lang yung i-change ko ng dimension, hindi yung lahat kailangan ko pang i-change. So, yun yung purpose ko na mag-add ng relation. As you can see here, okay, here, there's a green icon, equal length and equal length. Meaning, this line and this line have a relationship of equal length. So, itong iba, horizontal line. So, this line is relation to horizontal, vertical, and the center is the coincident because yung pag-create natin ng square kanina, pinin-point natin yung origin and automatically nag-add siya ng relation. Extrude naman natin ito. Let's say, dive line pa rin yung gagamitin natin. And 50 mils. Check. So, yeah. Nakakreate na tayo ng 3D model sa SolidWorks-Part. So, ayun bayaw. I think that's it for the SolidWorks-Part tutorial muna. So, kung nakatulong mo itong video na to, please like, comment, and share this post para makatulong tayo sa ibang bayaw or other engineers or engineering student na gustong makatuto ng SolidWorks. And this is Bayaw Drex signing out. See you soon.